Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and I've had a tough enough couple of days, so I'm just going to sit here and talk in this video because I really don't have enough energy to get around and play show and tell today. It's in the 50s today, really overcast, chilly. There's no wind, though. Well, not much wind, so I don't think I'm ever going to get out to go biking again. I really need I need to put 10 miles on my belt just to forget everything. Okay, I'm going to tell stories today. This is the adjustable remote, which I will put back in the store when I post this video. And there's a story behind this. And if you manufacture stuff to sell, you probably want to listen pretty close to this story because it's pretty relevant. Okay, the first batch of adjustable remotes that I put out went right away. People bought them. Well, it went on for, and I had one here on the bench that I was using. Went on for, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe a week, 3 or 4 days, maybe a week. And I got an email from a guy, fairly credible guy, who I've done a lot of business with. And although he's a credible guy, he doesn't have a lot of tact. He's a bit of a wise guy. He doesn't mean anything by it. It's just his personality. But anyway, he contacted me and told me that my adjustable remote was a piece of garbage. Now, I've been using that here and having really good luck with it. I couldn't figure out what his problem was. So rather than fire off an email at him and scream and holler in an email, I asked him what the problem was. And he said that when he got the remote, after he used it a little while, the clear plastic body on the outside shattered. And I thought, boy, this stuff is pretty near bulletproof. I don't see how it could shatter, but yet he said it shattered. So I wrote him back and said, boy, I've been using mine for quite a while now. I haven't had any problem with it, but let me go out and look mine over and see if I can figure out what the problem is. Versus sending him a dirty email or making a dirty comment on his video. So I went out and I looked mine over, and if you got it in the light just right, you could see it was completely covered with micro cracks. It almost looked like a side window in a car, you know, it's got the fiber inside. When you hit it, it goes into a little crack, but it doesn't fall apart. It looked like that. So I did some research and found out that the material I was using doesn't fare well when it gets hit with methanol. Methanol will attack it and just turns all the micro cracks. So that was my problem. I'd sold those remotes, and turns out that the material was the wrong material, and the alcohol over time would destroy it. So I went back on my website and I found every single person that had ordered one of those remotes. And I got their emails, put them all on a list, emailed every one of them, and told them what the problem was, and told them as soon as I got a new material in-house and could manufacture the remotes, that I would send them a new one. And that you could use the old one, but this is the problem. And everybody was happy. This morning I got the material in and built 16 remotes, and Beth shipped them out to everybody. That in itself was quite a feat. But the new remote is real good. The material is the same material they make jet windshields out of. I've checked it. I'm pretty sure this time we've got a good product. And I really like mine. It has plenty of adjustment for anything I'm going to do. That can go way up to there if you want to. Now, I may be offering some updates to this later. I'm the update guy lately. That's my latest thing. So anyway, so the adjustable remote, I imagine these will all be gone by morning if I list them. Anyway, so there. Now, second thing is, way back I started out building stoves. I invented the original Voodoo with a silicone heat dam so it wouldn't overheat. And then as time progressed, I went to a lot of different designs. And then I went to the design of Bongo Pro 4 with a safety base, silicone heat dam, and turbo top. And it had the legs that went in, 3 legs that went in from the top. Invented all of those, sold many of them. Suddenly, for some unknown reason, I discontinued that and replaced it with the M80 and then the M100, which is basically the same stove, silicone heat dam. I went to the droop top, safety base, and legs. Went to a different style leg. All of a sudden, I got 3 inquiries about a Bongo Pro. Didn't see it on my website and wanted one. You know, and I just told the people, and I shouldn't have, that no, it's been discontinued and replaced with the M100, which is basically a fancy version of the Bongo Pro. And finally, one guy says, well, there's another guy with a website selling the Bongo Pro, and I wanted to buy one from you. Now that caught my eye. I didn't know anybody had gone so far as to copy the silicone heat dam, which is my calling card. That's my design. Everybody knows that most of my stoves have that, and that I invented it, and it's my design, and everybody has been very respectful to leave that alone and go their own ways, including Robbie. Robbie makes a stove that doesn't need the heat dam. He has enough heat sinks on it so that it works just fine without the heat dam. So I have the heat dam, and he has the stoves that are non-heat dam. I don't know what you want to call them. Heat sink. I got a heat dam, he's got a heat sink. And now he has the Ring of Fire, which is an adjustable stove. Totally didn't get it from me. He came up with that himself. That's a good design. Now the difference between my adjustable stove, my maybe stove, and his Ring of Fire is my maybe stove adjusts down lower, but his, although it doesn't go as low, it goes higher, and it's a lot lighter. So if you were a backpacker or a gram weenie, you'd probably want a Ring of Fire. If you're a deck packer, you'd probably want one of mine. His is a lot lighter than mine. Other than that, they're basically the same idea. Although they're built almost totally different, the basic concept is the same. And that works well for me. He did a good job on that stove. So, I certainly would never start copying the Ring of Fire, not even change anything. Or copy it and then put a set of legs on it and swear on a stack of Bibles that it's a different stove. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so that brings us to my new product. And this is my new folding stove that is in the store right now on the home page and in Wick Stoves. And it's cute. It all unfolds. It's got legs that lock into a notch in the bottom. Nice little stove, and the legs come out and capture a 12 centimeter pot. Now that's nice. And I can make legs for a 10 centimeter pot, but I've been using the 12 and just setting a 10 in there. It's a little loose, but it's still, should we have this setting on something? It still works fine with a 10 centimeter. So that's the stove that I've come up with. This is the Bongo Pro with folding legs. Now you never lose these legs because they won't come out. They'll just fold in. You goof around, you can fold them in 25 different ways. So that's my contribution for today, the folding Bongo Pro. Keeping in mind that I invented the Bongo Pro and the heat dam and the turbo top and the safety base. So this is my stove that I am recreating, bringing back to the website, my Bongo Pro with folding legs. Okay, so that's the way I roll. Door swings both ways, you know what I mean. So I'm really happy to have the adjustable remote done finally, because that was kind of wearing on me because I knew people had them and they weren't going to last, and I really wanted to send them out a quality product. Now I've got 2 or 3 updates that I'm probably going to be selling for this interesting stuff, and I know before we even start. I'm talking about updates for the Maybe stove also. And I know somebody's going to say, well, if you've got all them updates, why didn't you just do it to it before you sent it out the first time? We're going to send it back and updates and all that stuff? Okay, here's the deal. If I did all the updates, it would be a $100 stove. Most people don't want to pay for $50 worth of updates if they're perfectly happy with a basic stove. So that's just like when people ask me, well, the M4 doesn't come with a nipple cap. Why not? Well, it doesn't come with a nipple cap because that would add $10 to the price of the stove. And if you have most of my stoves, which most people do, you already have 2 or 3 nipple caps. So the last thing you want to do is buy another one and not have any choice in the matter. So I sell it without the nipple cap, and then if you don't have one, you can buy one. And if you do have one, you don't need to buy one. You can just use that one. I'm just trying to keep the price down and make everybody happy, which is virtually impossible. Okay, I'm really tired. I had my regular orders today, and there was a lot of them. And they were big. I'm not going to tell you how big, but some of them, I don't know if I've ever seen orders that big before. Huge. So, that pretty much drained any inventory I had. Plus, I had 2 other orders that people ordered, like Never stoves and stuff like that I had to fill, and they wanted adjustable remotes. So those were sitting on the side burner waiting for the adjustable remote. So not only did I have a huge amount of orders today to fill, brutal, I also had those orders to get the adjustable remotes in and fill those, and those were big orders. And I had to make adjustable remotes. So I've been out here 7 hours and 15 minutes, and all I've done the whole time is work. Every one of these machines is set up on a setup for something I'm building. And I ran around and set everything up and did the adjustable remotes. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machines set up to do the adjustable remotes. And I did all of them before I did anything else because I didn't want to tear down my setup. Once I got all the remotes built, then I tore everything down and reset to do the next project. And then I had a lot of one-off things, something that's discontinued but somebody wanted one. And I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today. And try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.